come check out your new toy. Yeah, come on. So let's start it up. All right.
Let's go.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. I put it together. It took about 20 minutes. It really was not very hard at all. They gave you most of the tools you need, but I did use a screwdriver. This is actually just to cut the tape in the boxes and stuff, so you can use a knife. And then you need something to cut the zip ties. So I have these little die cutters there that I use. But and then the only other thing I used was a power drill, and that's really just for the couple screws for removing the battery covers and to put the 4 screws in for the seat. You certainly do not need a power driver because only, like I said, 6 screws total, and they're very short and easy. But so now I have it all put together, and now it tells me to, once I put the batteries in, the remote control is blinking. So now I press and hold the start stop button to turn it on. Alright, so once I do that, those lights stop flashing. Now supposedly this thing will work. If I press this button here, it will now drive with this controller. So that's all it is. Once you pair it once, you don't have to pair it again. And then there are different speed settings here that I can do to adjust how quickly I'm driving her. In my case, my daughter. But then you can also turn, and you can also stop the car if you know they're manually going. You can hit the stop button and kill it. So now I need to let the battery charge overnight, and then tomorrow will be the big reveal for the little one, and she'll get to test it out. This is Nate, and this is the Nader Tater channel. All right, so this little truck is, you know, designed, they say, for like 3 to 5-year-olds and up to 62 pounds. I would say those are a little bit optimistic. My 3-year-old is like 38 inches or something tall, and a little like 33 pounds or something like that. And I would say she's about the right size to fit in here, to you know, maneuver it. It does have a power assist steering, so it actually has an electric motor in there that can actually help with the steering, and is also used for the remote. And then obviously my little toddler, who's like 18 months old, she's far too small to actually reach the pedals or the steering wheel to drive, but she enjoys being driven by me and thinking she's a big kid. So to me, probably the optimal age is 2 and 3-year-olds, maybe 4-year-olds. But you might have seen the, I'll show in the video here, the 3-year-old actually has a bigger power wheels, an ATV one that goes 5 miles per hour, and she's actually really good at that because we started her at a young age. And this one, the max speed is 2.5 miles per hour. So that's like the slow setting on my other girl's bigger power wheels. So this is like a younger kid's power wheels, and it's great for them. It's controllable. You know, they're not gonna get into too much trouble even if they run into a tree or a car, a parked car at full speed. They're not gonna get hurt. So that's what I like about it. It has some nice little features. You know, it has a little, you know, trunk setting back here. It does come with a male-to-male headphone cord that plugs in to your radio, but then also it does actually auto save station. So I've turned it on by pressing and holding this start stop. And then if you press the tune button, the first time it's going to go through and actually get your presets. So now if I want to play that FM, I can press this here.
FM tender.
And then it has these presets.
Situation, we will get you behind the wheel. In the market. Your body has less free testosterone.
And if you want to turn it down, you press and hold it. So I can press and hold this side, and it'll turn the volume back up. And then I can press that to get off of the radio there. But you can also do the USB and the headphone cord as well there. So that's how this stuff functions. I think this here is your lights.
Light on. Light on. Light on. Light on.
You know, it is two-wheel drive, so it has two motors in here. So each wheel does get powered. And then there are obviously plastic wheels here. Alright, so those are the features of it. You know, overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. Like the quality. I've had some of these other doors, and they don't work very well. They don't close or open easily. These actually pivot very nicely, and they close securely and easily. Some of the other ones are very hard to get the holes to line up with the latch, but these actually hold pretty good. So, you know, it doesn't have as much power as the bigger one, so it does just fine out here on the concrete. And it can go in the grass all right as well. But if you're on a grassy hill and if you have a bigger kid, then this one will start to struggle with it. So just know that this is really for younger kids. Like I said, 2- and 3-year-olds is kind of what I think is ideal for them. But overall, I think it's a good product. Come check out your new toy. Yeah, come on. Where you going? You leaving already? So let's start it up. All right.
Let's go.
You ready to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, Holly, you ready to go? Here we go. High five, Holly. High five. Woo! Is that fun? You like it? Yeah. You want to keep going? Here we go.
So if she's driving and you want to stop, you can hit this P button and it's going to stop instantly and put the brakes on. And it will not start back up or drive at all until you hit the P button again. So I put that, now it's activated again and she can keep going. But it does a really good job of stopping very quickly if someone's in the way, or obviously the little one's there. I just press it and it stops right away. That's in the high setting.
What do you think of it, Rue?